Okay, boys and girls, welcome back to Math Time. Today we're in topic 3-3, and so far everybody's been doing very well from what I've seen. In the first two lessons, we talked about how we could add within 100 using a 100 chart, and then in 3-2, we talked about using a number line, an open number line. Well, today we're going to talk about how we can break apart numbers into tens and ones to find their sum. The good news is that I already did this with you before we started. Okay, so we've actually been doing this since the beginning of topic 3-3. So you're not going to see anything really new in this topic. That's good news. The other piece of good news is you can use any strategy you want now. If you want to use a number line, that's fine. If you want to use a 100 chart, that's fine. So let's take a problem like this. 34 plus 22 equals something. Okay, well, we're going to take the smaller addend, that's the 22, and we're going to ask the important question. How many tens are in 22? And we know that there are two tens, so we're going to write both of them down here. And what's left over? Just a 2. Okay, so now that we have all of that, what do we need to do? Well, I'm going to show you how to do this using an open number line. It doesn't have to be that way, but I just like it because it's kind of easy to set it up. So we've got 34, okay, and remember we're going to draw some arcs. We're going to draw some scoops, one for each 10, and we're going to add along the way. And if you want to, you can use your 100 chart to help you with this at the same time. Okay, and then you're going to add those ones. So 54 plus 1 is 55. 55 plus 1 is 56. And there you go. 34 plus 22 is 56. Okay, but remember the key point is you've got to take that small addend and break it down. And that's it. So now let's just go over this a little bit. Breaking up the smaller addend. If we have a problem like 48 plus 37, our smaller addend is 37. How are we going to break this up? You can pause if you need to think about it. Okay, so there are 3 tens in 37, and then we have 7 left over. And you know what to do from there. What if we have this problem here? 50 plus 45. 45 is the smaller addend. And how many tens does it have? 4. And what's left over? A 5. And there you go. Let's take this problem. 38 plus 34. 34 is the smaller addend. By the way, you don't have to use the smaller addend, but it is easier. How many tens does it have? Good, 3. And what's left over? 4. I can hear the correct answer all the way from here. Now, what's weird about this? The smaller addend is first. Sometimes that happens. That's okay. We're going to break that one up. How many tens are in 11? Just one. And we have one left over. No problem, right? Let's do one more. Ooh, 85 plus 10. Well, the smaller addend is 10. How are we going to break this down? Guess what? We're not. It's at 10. We don't need to ask how many tens there are. So 85 plus 10, most of you have shown me that you can already do this. And if not, you've got that hundred chart to help you. Okay? All right, let's move on. Now let's listen to someone else explain it.
How can you break apart numbers to add? Let's solve this problem. 37 plus 25 equals... What does the question mark stand for? What numbers are the addends? The question mark stands for the sum of 37 and 25. The addends in this equation are 37 and 25. To add 37 and 25, you can break apart the second addend. How can you break apart 25 into tens and ones? 25 has 2 tens and 5 ones, so 25 equals 20 plus 5. You can find the sum of 37 and 25 by adding 20 and 5 to 37. Add the tens of the second addend to 37. What is the sum of 37 and 20? You can use a number line to help. 37 plus 20 equals 57. Now add the ones of the second addend. How can you find 57 plus 5? One way is to add 3 to get 60. 57 plus 3 equals 60. 3 plus 2 equals 5, so add 2 more. 60 plus 2 equals 62, so 37 plus 25 equals 62. Why does it help to break apart the second addend? You can use mental math to add the tens and ones separately to the first addend.
Now you know how to break apart numbers to add.
Okay, so before I give you your assignment for today, let's look at page 103. It says at the top, break apart the second addend to find the sum. Show your work, draw an open number line to help. Now, all I want you to do is show me the smaller addend broken up. Okay, and of course, give me the answer. If you want to use the open number line, fine. If you'd rather use the 100 chart, that's okay too. If you have 100 counters at home and you want to use that, that's fine. But that's what you're doing up to number 7. Number 8, let's take a look at this. Number sense, write the digit that makes each equation true. And it says over here, it helps to break apart the numbers. This is definitely going to be challenging. Here's what you can do though. You can work on a number line, and 88 is going to be your last step for this one. 36 can be your first step. Okay, so you're going to draw a number line, and you're going to have 88. Okay, and you're going to try a couple of different things. You can go backwards 36, 10, 10, 10, and then 6 little ones. Okay, and see if you can figure it out from there. Or you can start at 36, and you know you have to go 50 something to get to 88. So we're still counting on and counting back. If you break the numbers down, it will probably be easier, but this is going to take a while. Number 8 is probably going to be the hardest part of today's work. So go slowly with it and just try your best. And let me show you page 104. Numbers 9 and 10 are plain old addition problems. They just have a little story around them. Number 11, higher order thinking. It says use the numbers on the cards. Use each number once to write a true equation. Well, if we look at this carefully, it's very similar to number 8. 50 something plus something that's got a 4 in the ones place equals something 6. Well, if you think about it, only there's some combinations that won't make sense at all. You can kind of get close with a good guess. Okay, but I'm not going to give it away. Let's see what you can come up with. Okay, but when you don't know, don't just write a question mark here for this one. And I'm going to tell you why. Instead of a question mark, what I want you to do is try the different combinations. See what happens if you put a 3 here and an 8 here and a 2 there. You'll eventually get the right one. Let's see if you can figure it out. And finally, number 12, assessment practice, which means you might see this on a test. Okay? And there's a little reminder. Remember, you can add numbers in any order. Hey, she's telling us to remember the commutative property. It says, which has a sum of 67? Choose all that apply, which means there could be more than one answer. Check them all carefully. So for today, please do textbook pages 102 to 104. Okay, boys and girls, and then please go to the Envisions website. Remember, we go to Google, we sign in, we click on the waffle, we scroll down, click on Pearson, and we go to our Envisions Math website. We complete the quick check. There's a game there. You may have other activities from yesterday. Boys and girls, this is more important than freckles. So you do this before you do that because this lets you practice exactly what we learned today, okay, and what we've been learning in topic 3. And you can do it any day. You can do it every day until it says you're all caught up, okay? And that's it. The end.